Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So here I have my second DIY of a Christmas wreath made of foam, yarn and felt. So if you have a lot of time on your hand and you're interested, just keep watching. So here's all the items that you need. So the first thing that you will need is a round foam ring that is 24.7 centimeters in diameter. Here I have 80 meters of maroon yarn, but you need more than this because I actually ran out, and you'll get what I mean when you continue watching the tutorial. Next you'll need a hot glue gun and also 12 pieces of green rectangular felt that is 6 by 4 centimeters. You'll need 1 meters of ribbon, 6 pearl stickers, also 3 large green felt circles that is 12 centimeters in diameter, and 2 small maroon felt circles that is 9 centimeters in diameter. You'll need fabric scissors, a ruler, pen, pencil, and also red felt. The first step is to cut apart the yarn and apply a bit of glue on the back of the foam ring, and then place one end of the yarn here. Then you're going to wrap the yarn around the foam ring tightly so that no white foam is showing, and this took me ages to do and the yarn kept getting tangled, so I cut the yarn up into a few smaller lengths and worked around that. I also applied glue here and there just so that it stays in place and is secure. So I ended up running out of yarn, and this is what the back looks like. Doesn't really matter because it's going to be hidden anyway, but just make sure that at the front most of the yarn is covering the white foam. Moving on to the rosettes, first I'm going to take the green felt circle and roughly draw out a spiral from the outside edge to the middle of the circle. So this is what it should look like. Then I'm going to cut along the line that I just drew, and even though I'm using fabric scissors, I just realized that felt is actually really hard to cut up. After, I'm going to flip it over and apply a little bit of glue on the inner circle and roll it together tightly into a cone shape. I'm going to keep wrapping the rosette tightly around, and this is easier done with 2 fingers holding the top and bottom while wrapping it around together towards the end, and it doesn't even matter if the edges are uneven, it just gives off a more 3D effect. When you reach the end, apply a little bit of glue and wrap the end around securely. So this is what it should look like. I'm going to do the same thing with the maroon felt circle, just making sure that when I draw out the spiral it should be smaller than the big green one, and so I'm going to continue doing this to the other felt circles. So in the end I should have 3 big green rosettes and 2 small maroon rosettes. Now moving on to the flower, I've roughly drawn and cut out the flower base using red felt. Each petal is 2 centimeters in diameter and the whole flower is 9 centimeters in diameter. We need 2 of this, so I'm going to trace out another one onto the red felt, then cut it out. But like I said before, it's actually hard to cut up felt, so take your time, be patient because we want the edges to be straight and even. I've roughly drawn out a petal for the flower base, and the edge is 1 centimeter, the midsection is 2 centimeters, and the whole length is 4.5 centimeters. So I have 2 flower base which needs 5 petals each. That means I have to draw out 10 petals leaves altogether. So now I'm going to outline 9 more petal leaves and carefully cut that out. Now I'm going to take one petal at a time and apply a little bit of glue on the end and pinch the edges together, holding it until the glue dries, and I'm going to continue doing this to the rest of the petals. Back to the flower base, I'm going to plan out where each petal should go and then apply 3 pearls to the center of the flower, and then apply glue at the inner corners of the flower base and attach each petal one by one. I'm also going to push the petals outwards and upwards so that it gives off a more 3D effect. Back to the wreath, I'm going to cover off the white foam with green felt. You can skip this step if you have covered the whole thing in yarn, but it doesn't matter that I'm not using yarn because the flower arrangement is going on top, which covers it anyway. Next, I'm going to roughly map out where I want to place the flowers. So I'm going to start with applying the green rectangular felts, and this is supposed to be the leaves in a way, and I want it to be sticking more out under the flowers, so place this as close to the edge as you can, and I like to have at least 3 under the flowers. Now I'm going to apply glue to the flower base and place that on the wreath. Then apply glue under a green rosette and place that on the corner of the flower base. I'm then going to place 2 maroon rosettes next to the green one. Apply another green rosette between the 2 and make sure to hide the end edges of the rosette so it doesn't show the dried up glue. I'm going to place a second flower base on the end and apply the last green rosette on the corner petal of the flower base so it looks neat and close together with each flower. Now I'm just deciding how it should look when it is hung, and I think it looks best to the right side on an angle. And the last step is to apply the ribbon, and I'm going to secure one end of the ribbon onto the wreath with glue and wrap the ribbon around the wreath a few times so that the maroon yarn cannot be seen through the white ribbon. Also adding glue a few times. When you have decided your desired length, you're going to apply glue to the inner circle of the wreath as well as onto the back. Hold the ribbon down until the glue dries and cut off the excess ribbon. You also need to apply glue at the front of the wreath, but not all the way to the top so that the ribbon stays in place. So this is what the finished product of the Christmas wreath looks like. It's a DIY, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just shows the hard work you put into making this. So this is what it looks like when it is hung. It makes the white wall stand out and has all the festive Christmas colors of red, green, white and maroon, and I really like this. My sister also likes it too. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I've also uploaded another Christmas DIY of a paid countdown calendar. It doesn't take long to make, so if you're interested, I'll leave the links in the description box below. Merry Christmas guys! I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!